The Siberian woods are a vast and mysterious landscape, where the harsh winter cold meets the rugged beauty of nature. It is a place where the wild roams free and survival is a daily struggle. It is here, amidst the snow-covered trees and frozen rivers, that a hunter and his family make their home. But on one fateful winter day, their world would be forever changed by a chance encounter with a wolf in the icy depths of a frozen lake. One cold winter day, a hunter from Siberia was walking through the forest to hunt for food for his family. As he was making his way through the snowy terrain, he stumbled upon a sight that caught his attention. A wolf had fallen through the ice of a frozen lake and was struggling to stay afloat. The hunter couldn't bear to leave the animal to drown and quickly came up with a plan to save it. He could never have imagined the ways in which his actions would change his fate and reveal a miraculous outcome. The hunter, who lived with his family in the remote wilderness of Siberia, was a skilled and experienced hunter. He had been providing for his family through hunting for many years and was well versed in the ways of the forest. He was a kind-hearted man and had a deep respect for the animals he hunted. He found a large tree branch and extended it out to the wolf, who was able to grab hold and pull itself out of the water. Both the hunter and the wolf were exhausted from the rescue, but the wolf was still weak and close to death. The hunter knew he couldn't leave the animal behind and decided to bring it back to his home on a sled. Back at the hunter's home, he and his family nursed the wolf back to health. His son formed a special bond with the animal, and they spent many hours playing together. The wolf never left their side, and even after a year, he remained with the family. The son was a curious and adventurous boy who had always been fascinated by the wild animals that lived in the forest. When the wolf came into their lives, the boy took it upon himself to care for the animal and nurse it back to health. He would spend hours playing with the wolf, teaching it tricks and taking it on walks through the forest. What happens after a year is something miraculous and life-changing. As the wolf grew stronger, the boy and the wolf formed a unique bond. The wolf seemed to understand the boy's commands and would follow him everywhere he went. The boy, in turn, treated the wolf like a loyal companion and friend. They had a strong connection, and the boy was devastated when the wolf left. The hunter and his family were also touched by the bond between his son and the wolf. They had grown to love the animal as one of their own and were grateful for the bond that had formed between the boy and the wolf. One day, the hunter's son was out playing in the woods and found himself in a dangerous situation. He had fallen through the ice of the same lake where the wolf had been rescued. But this time, the wolf was there to save him. The animal had been following the boy all day and was able to pull him out of the freezing water. When the hunter found out what had happened, he was overjoyed and forever grateful to the wolf for saving his son's life. But after the rescue, the wolf was nowhere to be found. The hunter could only assume that the animal had finally returned to the wild, but the bond that had formed between them would never be forgotten.